What's up guys, it's Maxwell and welcome back to my next Clash Royale video. Today we have quite a lot of stuff to do, couple of new cards unlocked, couple of cards upgraded, and then later we will get to some challenge games, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so I'm sure all of you know this deck. It's the popular Giant Poison build, which is very strong right now. And today we have finally gotten enough Giants and Mega Minions to upgrade both of them to level 7, so we are gonna do that. And that's gonna make this deck a lot stronger because 2 more rares, 1 level up to level 7, which is of course the max for tournament standard, is a pretty big deal. So I'm very stoked about those 2 upgrades. So now everything that is not maxed out in this deck for the tournament standard is the Prince, Guards and Poison Spell, which are all epic cards obviously. So I'm 1 level down on all of those, but I think this deck is playable now, so we're definitely gonna give it a try on the tournament standard. Okay, so one of the newest cards inside of Clash Royale is the Ice Golem, which I was able to unlock just a short time ago. And actually, we have an offer in the shop which is going to give us 100 Ice Golems for 150 gems. So we are going to buy that one today, buy the whole stack for 100 diamonds. And then we are going to upgrade the Ice Golem as far as possible. So let's go ahead and do that. So level 2 is obviously going to happen. It's a rare card, so we are going to get a few levels on him. Level 3 is also of course gonna happen, and then I think we have enough for 1 more level or 2 more levels, I'm not sure actually. Level 4, alright. Level 5 as well, so that's also pretty close to usable, and level 6 also, so I think at level 6 we can give him a try already. Would be nice to have him at level 7 of course, so he's a tournament standard, but I feel like level 6 is already pretty solid. So let's go ahead and take a look at his stats. So he's 1000 hit points, does a little bit of damage, but obviously his main feature is the freeze when he dies. So yeah, pretty interesting card. I'm gonna give it a try soon, and we now have him at level 6, which is pretty sweet. And with the Lumberjack unlocked, it actually gives us the opportunity to play this deck right here, which is a pretty good deck for challenges at tournament standard. So as you can see, I'm using the Ice Wizard, which I unlocked earlier, the Lumberjack, Giant, Mega Minion, Lightning Spell. Those are the main cards of this deck. Also has the Elixir Collector and the Zap, and as well the Ice Spirit to kind of assist with the pushes or with defense. So before we take a look at a couple of replays, let's go ahead and open up all our chests. As you can see, I've been saving up a little bit. Okay, so for the first free chest, looks like we get gold, a Valkyrie and a few Spear Goblins, so that's pretty solid. Let's move on with this silver chest, where we once again have gold, 3 Musketeers, and once again Spear Goblins, alright. This one has obviously gold, once again 3 Musketeers, and the Knight. I'm actually getting pretty close to maxing the Knight as well, or to getting it to level 9 obviously. And let's open the magical chest, see if we can maybe sneak a legendary. I think we need 3 epics, so first we get 4 Hawks, that's nice. Inferno Tower, Spear Goblins once again, Ice Golem, few more of those, so I can get him to level 7 as quickly as possible. The Rocket, alright, and yeah, we got no epics, so epics are gonna be our last card. 4 Baby Dragons, alright, so not really using the Baby Dragon, but always feels good to get an epic somehow. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple of battles I did. Alright, so taking a look at this first replay right here, looks like we were facing off against Yamato of IR Hammer. He started with the thumbs up, so let's get this one rolling. We got the Ice Wizard coming in hot. He has the Giant, and we are gonna have to play our Mega Minion to get some damage onto the Giant. Also, once I fill up on Elixir, I'm gonna use the Ice Spirit just to kind of get rid of that card. I don't really want to play the Elixir Collector now. I'm preparing for the Lightning Spell, but I actually misplayed it. Should have waited just a little bit longer so I could catch the Musketeer and the Witch. So at this point, Giant closing in on the tower, so the Lumberjack is gonna do work on that Giant and also damage the Valkyrie. The tower is now raged from the Lumberjack's rage spell effect. That's gonna take the tower out, the Musketeer out that much quicker. So at this point, it's reset time. I'm gonna play my Elixir Collector now. Looks like he has the Wizard coming up. Since he may have the poison spell, I'm gonna play my Elixir Collector in a fashion where the poison is not gonna be able to poison his Elixir Collector, the tower, and my troops that I place. So he's backing up his giant with a wizard, so I'm deciding to tank the wizard with my giant, and actually misplayed the Ice Spirit right there on the right side. The prince is able to do work against the tower. Giant is gonna get chopped up by Lumberjack and the Mega Minion, but it did quite some work onto my tower, as did the prince. At this point, just zapping down the skeletons of the witch, and the first tower is down for us. Ice Spirit in behind. At this point, we can just vomit troops behind the giant and to try and go for the early 3 crown right here. As you can see, he is really dry on elixir. He has nothing to defend. And that's going to be the game, and the 3 crowns to 0 victory, because he just invested everything on offense right there, and victory right here. And for this next challenge battle, looks like we are facing off against Princess and Rage Spell user, so it's gonna be interesting what Curiocus can do against us right here. Or Uriocus, I guess, French player. So let's start off with the Elixir Collector. I have a Lightning Spell in hand in case he is gonna back up the Princess with something else, but we're just gonna use the Mega Minion to kill the Princess. And then it's time to set up for our big push. He placed the witch behind the tower. I'm not going to do anything about that yet. So lightning spell in hand in case he plays another troop. But he actually decides to go with an elixir collector as well and let the witch do her thing. So she's just going to get taken out by my tower and the lumberjack, and the giant is now coming in. Ice Wizard is also joined the party. And the lumberjack actually dies in a perfect spot where my giant and Ice Wizard are both enraged nice and early. Mini P.E.K.K.A to kill the Ice Wizard, and I actually faced this guy pretty far into the challenge, so he's only level 8, and you will notice he has some low level troops, so he looks to be doing really well with this deck, so maybe worth a try as well. Uses the Rage spell right here, but my Lumberjack is gonna almost kill everything of his mini P.E.K.K.A, and then the Baby Dragon is just gonna get a few shots onto the tower. Worst Mega Minion of all time, so at this point I gotta pretend to go for the 3 crown, or it's just gonna be a very weak Mega Minion, and it turns out that I didn't chose to play smart right there and not go for anything crazy. So he plays another Elixir Collector, so we are gonna do the same, and then it's time to pressure the right lane next as he fireballs my Elixir Collector. I'm not gonna get that good of value since this fireball is probably also a lower level. So now the giant coming in, moving along towards his right crown tower this time. He looks like he's gonna play the witch. He actually wasted a bit of elixir right there. He decides to go for my left tower, which is sort of strange. I'm just gonna play the lumberjack to kill the mini P.E.K.K.A so he won't be able to get too much damage. Desperate plays from him at this point. Giant and Ice Wizard on the tower is certainly bad news for him. Lightning spell going down right here, taking out the Elixir Collector and also zapping the tower. So tower pretty low already. Giant actually was meant to go the other way, kind of misplayed that, but still tanked the mini P.E.K.K.A, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Mega Minion is also going to go down to take care of both of those princesses in 2 shots, so that was a nice play right there. And then the Lumberjack and Ice Wizard are just going to rumble down the left lane, while we can prepare for one last lightning spell to wrap up this game and take the second tower. So pretty clean victory right here as well. You almost always take damage with this deck since you don't have a defensive building, but it's also very powerful offensively. So nice 2 crowns to 1 victory right here. And for today's last battle, we got a third different deck. This is quite a mixture right here, playing against Chris from Lords of Thrones. He actually has one of those decks that are meant to bait your arrows, and he also has the golem in there. So yeah, we kind of have to see what we can do with this one. Goblin Hut very early. I'm going to throw down the giant on that lane to just tank those spear goblins and not take too much damage. He plays the Mega Minion, so at this point it's lightning spell time. Since he also drops the wizard, the Mega Minion flew out of range too quickly, but the wizard and the hut are gonna get zapped down. Lumberjack in behind the giant right here. Not gonna get that much done, only 1 chop onto the tower, but that's gonna be okay. His Mega Minion and Minion Horde are all gonna get killed by the Ice Wizard. Feels good, man, but I'm kind of vulnerable to the Goblin Barrel right now, also since the tower is distracted, but The tower actually targeted the goblins in the perfect order, so froze one of those, and he didn't really get too much damage done right there, so he's playing another hut, so I'm gonna play an elixir collector and just wait to see what he's gonna come up with next right here. Place the miner behind the tower to tank for his spear goblins right here, so Mega Minion is just gonna kill the miner in 2 shots, and then the Mega Minion is gonna lock onto the spear goblins and slow those down for a second. Lightning spell gonna kill the hut, actually meant to hit the dragon, but he kind of placed his troops in a way that I can't really lightning them. Gonna zap down the rest of that dragon, and then an ice spirit is gonna take care of this Mega Minion right here. Now he has another goblin barrel coming in, and this time it's gonna hurt a bit more, but the ice wizard is gonna help out. So at this point we are down a bit on damage, and his chip damage deck is kind of working out, but he didn't have any opportunity to play the golem yet, so at this point, Spear Goblin hut in front of the tower. Interesting place. I'm looking for a lightning spell up next, since he's probably gonna back up his defensive troops with some more, but it looks like he's not gonna do that, so the giant is just gonna pound down that tower. Baby Dragon not really doing any damage. At this point, I'm setting up with another elixir collector. Looks like he has another minion horde coming in, which I'm gonna zap down. So that's all good. Mega Minion coming in to take care of the baby dragon. Actually, it's gonna turn around and go for the goblin barrel, which is obviously also okay. So dragon going down at this point. His wizard is coming in once again, and kind of a strange miner onto my ice wizard. So at this point, let's just go in with giant Mega Minion and lumberjack. Take that second tower right there. Nothing he can do about that really. Lightning spell also going down to zap down the tower right there, and at this point we have locked on the king tower, and it looks like we are going to wrap up another 3 crowns to 0 victory. So pretty fun deck. If you have the ice wizard and the lumberjack, I definitely recommend you try it out. And until the next video, that's going to wrap it up for today. So hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, until that time I will see you all later. Peace out.